Hello everyone, welcome back to my home. It's Charlotte here and it's another day. I don't think we've done this journal together. This is a double signature Halloween journal that I'm putting together for my shop. So I just thought, I've got a few die cuts, just thought we might go through it and see what we need to add. And but before we do that, there were 3 people that came in late with their shares, their surprise shares for August's giveaway. And one of them was Roseanne. And what I've done is I've given those friends the choice of me going ahead and opening them now or saving them for this month. And Roseanne said, go ahead and open it. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open Roseanne's, but the other 2, excuse me, but the other 2 I am going to keep for the end of this month. So let's see what sweet Roseanne sent. Roseanne from Ohio. Oh my goodness, it's packed. I can just feel it. Oh, Roseanne, you're such a sweetheart. I just feel bad that, you just can't trust the mail. You don't know. There's one coming that I still haven't gotten that was mailed, I think. It's Robin's, and Robin had said it was mailed on the 23rd, I think, of August. So, look at how adorable is this? Oh my goodness, guys. These you know what? I think I might use these. These on the tails of ribbon on a journal would be adorable, wouldn't they? Just in time. I think I will. Oh my gosh, those are so cute. And look at this. This is she's painted this on there. That is so cute. Love this ephemera. Ephemera for Halloween to me is almost better than ephemera for Christmas. It's just so fun and there's so much of it. I love it. Look at these little mini bags. You know, Roseanne, I will put something in the mail for you. I'm just sitting here thinking really quick, what could it be? I will make an envelope for you, sweetheart. I will. It's only right. Have a haunting Halloween. Oh my goodness. Look at these little bags. You guys, where do you hear me say this every time. Where do you get this? That's adorable. I got pumpkins one year from the dollar store that are felted pumpkins and bats that I absolutely loved. Look at these. Okay, well, I'm going to have to do another journal, another Halloween journal. This one that we're going to play in today is definitely going in my shop. Paper clips with a ghost. Oh my gosh, black cats. Oh my gosh, these are adorable. I love this. Oh my gosh, look at, there's a bat. You know, I said this week, I think I said last week I was going to go to Hobby Lobby and Michael's, and I haven't done it. I think I will go this week for sure. Oh my gosh, look at this. I don't know if these are stickers. They must be stickers. Roseanne, this is so cute. Roseanne's got the sweetest grandkids, and I could just see you sitting there. She's got grandkids from just a new baby daughter, granddaughter, and then I think her grandson is, I want to say 4. I could have that wrong, but that age, and I could just see you at the table just doing this with them and just letting them have at it. Oh, this is so cute. I'm going to see if I can just, can I do this so I don't mess this up and I can put it back. This is adorable. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Hilda's used brooms. You gotta love that. Look at this. Oh my God. Bed bug poison. Oh my gosh. I would have nightmares. Even the thought of having bed bugs would give me nightmares. This is cute. This is so. Oh my gosh. That is so cute. I'm going to have to make a, oh my gosh, the brooms. Look at that. Oh my gosh, well, they're not cheap. Look at that. $199. Is that for one or for all three? Even if you got all three, that's expensive. Wow. Brooms aren't cheap. We're going to cast a spell on them for charging that for brooms. This is adorable. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got to get out this week. I absolutely have to. October 31st. That's cute. This is what happens when you don't go out shopping. Look at what you miss. How cute is that? This is really, really cute. Look at that in black and white. That's so adorable. Oh my goodness, and it's made with an envelope, and it has another tag in it. This is a Graphic 45. I love that paper pack. What a cute idea to do. You know what? Yeah, I'm getting an idea. I'm getting an idea. We're going to do a make. I think we might do several makes. Look at this. Here's another Graphic 45. Love that. It's like the Sherlock Holmes collection. How cute with the crepe paper. I haven't seen crepe paper in, I think, years. And these are owls. Look, oh, you guys, I think I'm going to have to start making it where you need to tell me where you get. Oh, look at this. It's like a little trick or treat. Where you get your supplies when you send stuff. Look at this. I could put this together and it makes a little trick or treat box. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Oh my gosh, I have to go to the dollar store because for whatever reason I want to say I could find this at the dollar store. I may not be able to, but Hobby Lobby or the dollar store is what has my vote. Oh my gosh, this would be so cute to put together and give out to the kids. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that really would be, oh, they would love me forever. Spooky, it is about that time, that spooky time. Oh, I am in love with this idea. Look at that. That's also the Graphic 45. I want to say, I don't think it's Sherlock. It's not called Sherlock. I don't, oh, I can't remember what it is. Look at these. And I don't know where they come from, but those are so cute. They don't look like anything I've seen from Tim Holtz. This I love, and I want to say this could be Hobby Lobby. This is cool. It's got texture on the side. Oh my gosh. This would be great for a fall journal and great for Halloween. I think this is adorable. Is this yes, it's a paper doll. And look at, Roseanne put a hat on her. Oh my gosh, look at that. I love that. You guys. Oh my gosh, you guys are so fantastic. Look at, this is a die cut for sure. No, it isn't either. It's on the paper. I thought it was a die cut. You know, I love this one and the one before here. they're offset when they're folded, and I love that. I love the look of that. I don't do that enough. I can't tell you why. I think a lot of times we forget. We see things, we do things, and then we forget because we're just always moving on to something else. And so we forget what we used to do, but I love that idea and I want to use it. And this also has, yeah, this is from that paper. The Game is Afoot, Sinister Secrets and Dastardly Deeds. Yeah, Graphic 45. I can't remember the name of that. It's probably, I don't think, it's been out for years, but I don't know that it's discontinued. And it's a fantastic paper pack. This, everything in here is absolutely adorable, just adorable. And I am thinking these tied to the ends of a ribbon to go around this journal here that we're going to work on. I think I'm going to do that, Roseanne. Yeah, I am, because I love this. And you know how I love Halloween. So, yes, you surprised me, and this is phenomenal. So, while we're on the subject of this, I don't know if I came out and said what we're doing this month, and it's the 5th. Is this the 5th? Well, you're seeing this on the 6th, so we need to get going. I think I did come out and say, I think I talked about it, but just in case, let me put this back because I don't want to lose any of it. And I will create an envelope for you, sweetheart. I will. And the other two, unless you've changed your mind, I'm going to keep them for this month. I know they probably will not have the theme that I'm going with, but it's okay. You're totally, don't have to worry about that. So this month's theme is fall, and it can be anything you want to send me. Anything fall. It can be a card, can be just whatever. It's that season, and it will be the end of the month. So yeah, fall. And I guess I should say there's 30 days in this month, so I will be doing the giveaway on the 30th, which is a Saturday. So I will need to have everything here at my address, and I will link my address below. If you can't find my address for whatever reason, go into my Etsy shop and shoot me a message, and I will make sure that you get it. I check my messages in there every day. So by the 29th, so whatever you want to send, and it doesn't have to be major, complicated. It is whatever you like. It can just be a decorated card. It can just be a card. It doesn't even have to be decorated. You don't have to make it. Anything that has a theme of fall would be perfect. So with that being said, I created, here's my bag of bones. I did find my skeleton pieces, and I can't send out a Halloween journal without a bag of bones. It's just, it just, to me, it would be incomplete. But you can put an entire skeleton together with this little bag of bones. They are die cuts, but look at that. Okay, here's the pelvis, and I did not take the little things out. And there's two more there that pop out, but that's okay. So just so that you can see, if you've never seen, that's a foot, skeleton of a foot. Look at this sweet little hand. And then of course you've got your femurs and your tibia, and now I've got black on black. I wanted to show you the pelvis because it's so cute. But I actually one day sat and laid this all out. Look at, here is your rib cage. Isn't that adorable? Actually, I think it goes this way. And that's so cute. I know, guys. I can't help it. There's the skull. And I didn't get his mouth out. Well, if you purchase this journal, you can clearly see, just take a pen and poke things through. And yeah, I don't think this goes in there. That's one of the pieces that doesn't. And I think this that's stuck in there, that doesn't either. I think that was part of the rib cage. So yeah, little bag of bones. I just love that. And so I hunted and hunted for my die cuts. And I'm going to close it with the skeleton of the washi tape, because it's just fitting. It should be. So this is not a look through or a share. This is just, I've got some die cuts here I wanted to include in this journal. This is a 2-signature journal. Here is the first signature, and then you flip it over this way. Here is the back signature. So I still have to make tags for the back, but I thought, let's just go through and see what we can use. See what we think, where we might want some die cuts. And then I will do a share on this when I've completed it. But this really is my, I've got a bat. I wonder. This way I think he goes. Oh, that'd be cute, wouldn't it? Why don't we do that? That's really cute. So let's go ahead and do that. I just wanted to check the time. So I apologize if you hear the noise in the background. It's the landscapers. So everything's in the mail. Everything except index cards, because I have not gotten addresses. If I remember at the end of this video, I will tell you who you are. And one, I did comment in the comments to please send me your address. And I'm assuming if you don't want to send me your address, that you just really, you don't want an index card. So, and that's fine. That's fine. We'll just pass them on to somebody else. So, what do y'all think? I think. Let's see. I'm just kind of looking at what I have got. Don't have a spider. That would have been nice. Don't have a spider, so I think I might put the web there, because I will go ahead and die cut a couple spiders. These are hard because the filigree is so fine. But most of these that I'm using are Sizzix. The Skeleton is an off-brand, and I don't know who that is, but it's not Sizzix. I think if you were interested in a skeleton, you could easily just Google, and all sorts of skeleton die cuts, and then things would come up. I think that really is upside down, but you can't tell. Okay. Maybe a ghost? Maybe a ghost right here. That'd be cute, wouldn't it? And I'll come back and possibly go ahead and put some, I see a little thing here to pull. Maybe put some, don't want to tear this. Put some Nouveau Glaze on it. Yeah, let's put a ghost there. So how is everybody? I'm so excited. Our weather is starting to cool down. It was in the 70s last night. Sun is up and it's still a little bit warm during the day, but our plants will start to come back. We'll have roses that start to bloom. Everything will start to bloom again when this terrible heat. The only bad thing about having the heat go is the pool gets cold and we don't go in it anymore. So I really, really miss that when that happens. So yeah, I think we'll come back and Nouveau Glaze him because it will make him stand out. And I think I did Nouveau Glaze his eyes. So yeah, we'll Nouveau Glaze him. That just, a little bit of that just makes all the difference in the world. And because we have one there, we don't need one on this side too. Nouveau Glaze. We could though. Let's see what I've got. Which way does he go? He goes this way. I'm like, what happened to his other arm? Maybe he didn't have another arm. And that's adorable, don't you think? Let's do this. Yeah. I tried to make this journal different from the last one that sold. You know, I can't believe that pretty soon it's going to be too late to be doing Halloween journals. I don't do Halloween journals in October because I feel like by then, by the time I create it and sell it, the holiday's over. So what's the point? That's just kind of my take on it. So if I don't do Halloween this month, then we're moving on because I will move into fall at that point. Okay, this is the same. I don't want two the same. So we're gonna do that. So that's just kind of me and how I am. I can tell you all right now that the theme of October for the giveaway for the month of October is gonna be Halloween. It just is. So if you want to ready for that, or if you want to skip this month and go right into that, what Roseanne sent me would have been perfect for that month. But yeah, it'll be Halloween, and then I'll just take and save everything for next year. But October, it should be Halloween. And you know, November's going to be fall. The theme for this month is fall. The theme for October is going to be Halloween. The theme for November is going to be fall. And the theme for December, obviously, is going to be Christmas. That's just, it's all just a given, easy given. I don't know if I'm going, like this month, it's whatever. Next month, I don't know, maybe it'll be just a tag, maybe it'll be, I don't know. So we're going to have to wait and see. And Christmas, it might be a card. I don't know yet. And I know what I'm doing for the giveaway. That would be cute, wouldn't it? I know what I'm doing for the giveaway, but yeah. I mean, I started it, and it's going to take me a while, guys, to put it out there for you to see because I've only barely started. I've been doing so many giveaways and preparing everything that I just have little time to get ahead. But I love giving it away, and so that's what we're doing. Oh, that's so cute. And I will Nouveau Glaze him. Not him, but him. Let's see. I think we'll come back to that. I might put some washi tape on there. So I've done a lot in this first signature. Let's go to the back signature. And maybe this is where he still needs to have his washi tape, but we'll put the bag of bones there just so I don't lose that. And I hate to take up any room with the spells because, you know, people like to journal. Should we do that? I don't know if I want to do that. Or could we use a ghost? I think we could use a ghost in this second signature right there because this page is beautiful, but it's plain. It has nothing going. So let's do this. So if you have any questions at all about the giveaway, just let me know. I do like to make my giveaway, my monthly giveaway, an interactive giveaway because then it's a give and take and not just a give. And I think it's way more fun that way. And I keep it to those, the entries to those that send something instead of like the random generator of, you know, over 5,000 people, because maybe then you get winners that haven't checked in forever. Okay, I've got one black cat, and I am thinking maybe, look at, isn't that page absolutely spectacular? I love this page. I really don't want to put anything on this vintage paper, but let's see, I'm thinking right here, maybe a black cat down here would be good. Let me get a pen because he has no eyes. So excuse my reach. So let's get a pen. Let's see if I can poke his little eyes out. That sounds so gross. I don't think it's his eyes. I think it's his mouth. So there we've got him. So let's do this. And then I think I need to create maybe 4 or 5 tags for this. And I haven't really prepared for that, so bear with me. There, I think he's cute. And then I'll come back and we will nouveau glaze. Let me see if I can put my hands on. So cute. So cute. Let me see if I can put my hands on the digitals. If you could see the mess I had in front of me, you would be amazed. I promise you. So let me see if this is them. I think it is. Let's see. I wanted to work in Andrea's kit, so I have stayed with Andrea's kit with the second one like I did the first one, just because it's so beautiful and it's so fun. Those would make great tags right there. And then I think we could use some of that with that. And this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Let's take this and see if we can just have a little bit of fun with it. Let me grab some black cardstock just because it's thicker and more sturdy. And I've got my water where I had it the last time, and yes, I know better, but it's sitting there. I'm just hoping I'm going to be way more careful and not create issues. But you know that can go. Okay, so this is going to get sandwiched, I think. Let's use these, because you know what? Andrea worked hard to create this. Let's use it. These are adorable ticket tags. So we'll sit and do something fairly simple. And if I knew where my little tiny die cut machine was, I would die cut a couple spiders, but I don't know where it's at, so that's not happening. I have created a gigantuous mess that anybody would be ashamed to call theirs. It's just how it is. So, okay, yeah, I think I am going to get my little body to Michael's and to Hobby Lobby and the dollar store before everything good is gone. Okay, I had to do lab work this morning. Just routine lab work. So let me grab a drink of water. There'll be less to spill later. And I think we're going to use wet glue and not a glue gun. So we'll start with this one. So I hope everybody's doing great. It is, can you believe, hump day already? It's not hump day for me. This is Tuesday for me, but it's hump day for you. So yesterday, of course, was Labor Day. So our son called us late morning and wanted to know they were going to one of the baseball games downtown Phoenix, and they wanted to know if we wanted to hit Chili's for dinner and then go see, it was opening night for Denzel Washington's third, not Exterminator, what is it? Oh my goodness, I was just talking about it earlier. Not Equalizer. Geez, Charlotte, that's pretty bad. So we went and saw the Equalizer. Now, I absolutely loved the first one, and the second one was my all-time favorite. This one last night was so good, but the second one's still my favorite. So if you have not seen his movies, The Equalizer, you want to check it out because they're really good. If you like revenge type of movies, then you'll really enjoy it. If you're a comedy or a romantic, these may not be the movies for you. But I think he's phenomenal, and I enjoy his movies, and I was so glad we went and saw it. It was really, really good. And I can't wait for it to stream because I want to see it again. I always get more out of a movie when I see it the second time, because you're not sitting there with the stress and the anticipation of what's going to happen. So it's easier to relax and really soak it in the second time around. So I know there are people that never like to see. My sister-in-law would never watch a movie that she's seen. I think it's my sister-in-law. There's somebody that I know that will never watch a movie that she's already seen. And I get that too. You've already seen it. Why do you want to see it again? I understand. I better let that dry just a little bit. So I get that. But it works for me. I love to see. You know, it's kind of like people that don't eat leftovers. I love leftovers. But there are people that don't, and that's fine. I always think everything tastes better the second day. Except macaroni and cheese or a cheese product. The cheese is never the same, I don't think. But I think sometimes when the flavors just have a chance to sit and do their thing, leftovers are good. But I get it. To each his own. No right or wrong. Just different. Let's see if I can get this tiny little hairline just so that I know it's straight. I think I did. And we've got a little bit here that's not quite right, so I'm going to take it down. I'm probably off camera. See if I can get this. And I did. That's good. And this one here, we've got a little bit here. And just do we have any here? Sometimes it's hard to see black on black on a dark surface. Did I get anything? Yes, I did. There we went. Just a little hair. Okay, so now we're going to back these with another Artie Mays Digital, just to make them pretty. So it's a matter of which do we want to back it with. And I'm going to lose most of this, so I'm not going to waste it. We're going to use this right here. So, you know what that means. Okay, if I come in, I'm going to be safe. So we're going to take a chance. We're going to be brave, guys, and we're going to take a chance. So I will say that the movie last night, Equalizer 3, was set in Italy. And oh my goodness, I was ready to pack my bags and move. A small town on the sea, set on the ocean, whitewashed buildings, lots of hills, cobblestone streets, little cafes. Oh, I was like, oh my goodness. That's what I thought when my husband got a phone call and said, this was back in the 80s. My husband got a phone call when he was in active duty. We have an opening in Crete, Greece. Would you like to go? And he said, well, I have to talk to my wife. And of course, I was standing right there and I'm jumping up and down. And I'm like, yes, 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 let's go. Because I had only seen pictures, you know, right? I mean, you're on the Aegean Sea, whitewashed buildings, hills, just like I was speaking of. And, but I didn't know anything about it. And I'm like, let's go. Well, Crete really has beautiful beaches, but it really is. Now, you have to forgive me because this is the 80s, okay? This is 2023. When we went, it was the early 80s. It was 82. So things were very, very different. Crete's one great big rock, and I think it's like 70 by 130, something like that. So it's small. I mean, I would go back, I would do it all over again, but it wasn't easy. It was a culture shock. And so I had to kind of laugh at myself last night when I'm sitting there thinking, I would love to go to Italy. I would love to go to this town. Altamonte, I want to say, but that, you know, don't quote me, that could be wrong. And I thought, I want to live there. And then I had to stop and think, oh, that's just like when you went to Greece, Charlotte. You wanted to live there, and then you got there, and then you had culture shock. So I keep that in mind, but I'm older now. And so I was telling my husband it would be spectacular if you could go like rent an apartment or a home in a small village or town like that and for a month, so that you really get to know the culture and the people and the food, learn some of the language. Yeah. Probably in another life. I don't think it's happening in this one, but I was like, oh, I want to live there. People were so nice. They're sitting out in the square, drinking coffee, eating dinner. Everybody's happy. Everybody's loving. Well, that's not the movie, but you know, when the bad guys get there, everybody's not so happy. So, anyway, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. So now we're back to this. Sometimes when you don't wait for your paper to dry, you'll snag it and you'll rip it. So I don't know if y'all have that trouble, but I've had that trouble more than once. So it's a thing. For sure, it's a thing. And just is what it is. I did get a hold of the great big Tim Holtz guillotine. And guys, I'm afraid to use it. That thing, that's a honker thing. It's scary. I'm so afraid I'm going to cut my finger off. And I need my fingers. I need all of them. I mean, if I lost one, I just have to learn to deal. But I prefer not to. I prefer to keep them. Okay. You know, if I think about it, I'll turn around and show you what that thing looks like. It's a big bad boy. I mean, it's a serious machine. And I looked for the instructions and there aren't any. So I thought that was strange. So I'm probably going to have to go on YouTube and look it up. And that's what Dana tells me. If I have something and don't know how to use it, she says, go look on YouTube. You know, you can find out how to use anything on YouTube. I'm like, okay. All right, we may have to just take scissors to some of this. I'll show you really quick what this thing looks like. It's scary. Look at this. Look at this thing. And they're just, I've thrown the box out. This thing, this is scary to me. So I'll go on and see if I can find out how you use this. I think it's got a thing that comes out. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't want to break it. So it's like a kid at Christmas. You're so excited, you have your toy and then you bust it. So okay, enough of that. Enough of that, Charlotte. This is probably the most boring video. I'm sorry. We got to clean these up a little bit, and then I think we should distress them, because I just think for Halloween they're going to look better if they're distressed. And instead of doing this with a pair of scissors, I'm wondering, can I get away with this? Oh, please, please, please. Oh, it's too big. Oh, come on, come on. How about this guy here? This is a 1-inch, I think. You know, I go to Hobby Lobby and I keep thinking of punches that I need, and then when I get to Hobby Lobby, I'm looking at the punches and I don't know what I have and what I need. You know, I mean, does that happen to you? It happens to me all the time. I go over and I think, okay, And then you look at them all, and then it's like brain freeze. Well, it took me, what, 3 tries to get it right? 4 tries? Yay! Okay. Sometimes if I'm looking for, you know, just a cool piece of wall art, and I go into Hobby Lobby, there's so much that I can't think. Something happens. It's like brain overload, and I can't handle it. You know, and I'm somebody that if I see it and like it, okay, that's it. I saw that, I like it, that's gonna work. But no, brain overload. I can't. It's like something happens, something breaks down. Okay, I think we're done with that part. Well, that's a lot of work for 3 tags. You guys, this stuff's shooting like 6 feet across the room. Oh. Glad that didn't happen. Okay. Well, it's all over the floor, but that's okay. So is everything else. I did use my dauber after it got soaked, and it did work. I was so happy. It's brown again where it was blue. I couldn't make any sense out of that at all. Okay, these are cute. I think we're going to go ahead though and maybe fussy cut something for the backs. What do you think? I know this is so boring, guys, sitting there watching. I don't like to watch other people ink. Now see, if I was smart enough to know how to edit anything, I could put it in fast gear, and you wouldn't have to sit there. It'd be done by now. You'd see my hand going back and forth as fast as it could, and it'd be done, inked over. I can remember I made a promise to myself that this year I was going to learn to edit, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Jenna, because Jenna uses CapCut. I downloaded CapCut, but I don't know how to use it. So I went in and played with it a little bit. But she told me too, she says, Grandma, just go on YouTube. She says, that's what I did to learn. I just went back and forth until I understood. Thought you guys are going to be in for trouble if I ever learn to edit, because I'll play with it, probably end up putting so much garbage on my videos nobody will like it. Oh, I wanted to tell you, I went into Karen Billinger last night to her videos where she did the paper dolls, and little did I know that my paper doll tassel, I don't know if that's what they're called, that's what I'm calling her, is my paper doll tassel. I shared her with you last week when we did the shares, and I didn't know that she was going to show her, so I was glad that I hadn't gone on earlier. But oh my gosh, if you haven't been on Karen's YouTube, just search Karen Billinger, or look at any of my Angel Dream Crafts Kim design team projects and go below in the description box to the links, because she didn't make one from scratch, but she showed what she did, and she had a great explanation for what she did, and it was, oh, I'm in love. And she was saying that you see a lot of makers doing them, and I haven't. Hers is the first one I've seen. But you know, there's so many out there, and we all watch, we have our favorites. And I've got to find the paper dolls so that I'm going to go on a search. I'll start with Etsy, you know, because it's small business and I like to support. And I'm going to see if I can find. She had done, mine was a lady, and she had done a lady and 2 children, and the children came with dresses on. So essentially what she had done was to decorate the dresses. So cute, so cute. And then she was saying that, you know, she's seen people use them on pages in journals. They've used them as tags and, you know, decorations, and they're adorable. And so we need to do one. We do, or more. You know, it doesn't have to just be one. We'll see how hooked we get. So we've got these tags that are really, really cute. Very cute. And I'm glad that we put, or they can go this way because this is really, really pretty too. And then, ooh, I love that. I think I'm going to do that. And then we've got this moth, but this moth, it's too big, but that will work. And then we have all this great stuff here. So let's see if we want to add. We don't have to. Let's see how it'll look. We have it, so why not? So we're just going to cut these out. See if we want to use them. They might be big. Andrea always, when she gives you labels, she always gives you a couple sizes, just in case, which is nice. Okay, Charlotte, you got quiet. Speak up, girlfriend, speak up. Sometimes you have to hear yourself think. Well, I didn't do a good job of that, did I? Okay. Let's cut this in 2. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. And see. Oh, I like that. That reminds me of A Christmas Story. You know, the little guy with the BB gun from, I think, the 50s, when he gets his box in the mail and it says fragile. The father looks at the words and says fragile. It's from fragile. So funny. Okay, I think we're gonna do this. Do we want them both at the top? Maybe we'll put one at the bottom, one at the top. How's that sound? And I could back these with black cardstock, but we don't need to. And I could make a tiny little pocket out of these, but this journal is so full, and it's gonna have more and more stuff in it. So you know me, it's gonna be packed to the gills. So I think this is gonna work. The other one is so beautiful. I don't know that I might add to it, may not. We'll see. The paper's so pretty, you just really don't have to. Okay. All right, so what else do we want? I hate to put a poison symbol like that on there. It's just too pretty. Maybe one of these moths, or, guys, let me see if I can find. Oh, my place is such a wreck. It's just between my giveaways and my Christmas, which is what I've got in front of me right now that I'm looking at, and I want my Halloween, and all I've seen is Christmas stuff. Because I'm floating from one to the next. But I know I have. I'm getting my hands on it, guys. I'm so sorry. Let's see what we've got here. Not that. That's a nothing. That's nothing. Let's get into this. What do you think? Yes. Let's get into this. Let's see what trouble we can get into here. What do we have? That's enough. Okay. So, this won't fit and that won't fit. This will fit, but I don't like that. That's cool, but I don't like that. That's way too big. This isn't gonna fit. This isn't gonna fit. This isn't gonna fit. That's cool, isn't it? That's gotta go in there as a tag. That's just too cool. October 31st. I don't think the colors are, I don't know, that might be cute. What am I covering up? Not really anything. That's cute, isn't it? Kind of dead flowers. We could. They would be fragile, wouldn't they? Because here's a smaller one. Maybe, or going the other way. Smaller, I think. Let's do that. What do y'all think? We could do that. I mean, this is a Tim Holtz. What is this? This is Halloween. This is Ideology Halloween is what that's called. And just in case anybody wants to look for it. 32 pieces. I don't know. I don't want them to be the same. But do I want the orange or the green? I think I'm going to go with the green. Could use that in the fall. I think I like that better. And these are too big. So let's get rid of this. Let's do that. I am going to do something with the edges of October 31st because I don't care for it being as squared off as it is. That would be the word to use, Charlotte. Squared off. And then there are these little guys, but they're too colorful. This is Halloween. This is collage tiles. So do we want to round it or square it? I think let's square it. And let's do, we'll do the large, oh, that's rounding. Okay, well, we're going to round because Charlotte can't tell the difference between rounding and squaring off. So I like that better, so we're going to do that. All right, let's glue this on, and then I think I'm going to say that's good enough. We'll find a place in the journal for these. Love this. I wish he had these flowers. I don't know what's really Halloween. Maybe they're supposed to look dried. But the graphics on this flower is beautiful. So it's a shame he doesn't have this all year round. If he does, I don't know about it. But like y'all know, I haven't been shopping in forever either, so that's so cute. Oh, love this tag. I love this. Look at how cute. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. Okay. I can just hear Julie. Come on, woman. Stop that, woman. Get yourself together. I'm trying, Julie. I really am. From Camellia Crafts. Cute, cute. And then a butterfly here. And I could put maybe a wicked up there. The top looks like it needs something. Maybe I could do... Let's think. Let's think. This needs... I want to do, not poison, haunted. Haunted. She's haunted. No, 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 Charlotte. No, Charlotte, no. Okay, what do we have in our stash here? We have a Santa. That's not going to work. All right, we're going to have to come back to it because... Let me see. Something black. Oh, see, when I try to clean up and then I need something, I can't find it. So I'm not, I think I do have something black here. Or. That isn't going to work at all, is it? No, it is not. Okay, well, we're not having something black right now. Or are we? Maybe we are. Look what I found. Look what I found. Don't know what I'm going to do, but look what I found. Let us see if I took this. I usually don't care for this type of thing. What do y'all think? I stapled that on like that. Is that funky looking? Well, that's funky looking. But I wonder. I don't think I like it. It's weird looking to me. It needs something, and I think this is cool. I just don't know if this is what it needs. Or if this is too bizarre. Is it too big? Is that why you know what? I'm going to just do it. I'm going to just put this on there. Because I'll sit here looking at it, thinking to myself, Charlotte, no. So I'm just going to do it. Because it is cool looking. That's okay. It is cool looking. Okay, let's put them in. The last signature. I know there's a glare that's up here. That's kind of why you see me doing what I'm doing. Love my bag of bones. Okay. We've got a Nouveau Glaze today. That's for sure. Love this bling. Oh, this is my favorite page. It's just, I don't know. There's just something, I don't know. I made bats out of or vampires, I guess, out of those kids. They're just adorable. Nothing there. We've got something here. Watch, now everything's going to have something and we don't need anything. Isn't that just the way she would roll? Want that there, I think. How about this? That's better. Okay, this opens up. Oh, it's got something. It's got the Saturday Evening Post. We're almost done with this. I've stuck an envelope in there. Well, maybe what I should have done was gone to the back. There, it's got a booklet, a cute booklet. Should we put this in here like that? How about that, guys? And then let's use a heart. I need to find some of those bat and ghost. If I find them in time, I'll take the hearts out and put that in. Okay, here we could use this. Oh, that's so cute. we have that, and I think there's nothing in here. Will he fit in here? He'd be fantastic. Oh, he will. Because right now, I don't think any of my large envelopes have anything in them. Isn't that cute? I think we're done. I do. I think coloring page is an envelope with nothing in it that needs to have something. I think we're done, guys. This journal, I think, is done. All right, so you're going to see, hopefully this week, I'm just going to go through it and do just some tweaking, and then I'm going to share it with y'all. I think it's done. Oh, isn't she beautiful? Look at that. So she's going to show up in my shop. I want to put something here. Haven't found it yet, but I want to put something down here. So with that, guys, I am going to say goodbye. You can see she won't stay. She won't. She's too full. But she's gorgeous. All right, guys, I really appreciate you hanging out. Please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that a lot, too. Sending you hugs and love, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.